Welcome to our 7th, 8th,
I don't know.
5th,
Manyth.
6th, 10th, Manyth Q&A with RA. I'm the R. There's the A.
That's right. We're joining you today from our normal places.
Normal places.
Normal places.
I'm in my office. Andrew's in
Did
his
change up the
office.
lighting though. I think we both changed up the lighting and it looks good.
You went very Hulk-like, so I felt like I should also do the Hulk thing. So
Hulk or Barney, one of the two.
no, let's go Hulk. Marvel's hot. Like let's go
okay.
Hulk.
Okay. Hulk it is.
Yeah,
I like
Barney's
that. Hulk.
what, like 1990s? Like when was Barney? 80s, 90s?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's a thing anymore.
Barney is a dinosaur. My imagination. Yep.
So if you're watching this Q&A, I'm going to guess you know who we are. If you don't, again, Richy and Andrew. We do digital marketing for financial advisors. We partner with groups. We work directly with advisors. And this is all about what questions did we get throughout the week. We're on the phone constantly. Andrew and I don't hide because we're in the logo, so we can't hide. So we're on the phone and we get a bunch of recruiting questions pretty regularly. We jot the good ones down, and then we ask them once a week to each other. That's what this is all about.
And a lot of times we get the same questions, so we're working hard to make sure that there's not a ton of repetition in these Q&As. I mean, occasionally we'll probably have some similar questions from one video to the next, but I think all the ones I came up with from my calls this week are ones that we've not asked yet in any of our videos. So this is fresh.
Yeah, this one was fresh. And yesterday I had a Facebook message conversation with an advisor who was asking me like a chain of questions, and that's going to be my line of questioning for you. Worked out perfect.
It works out perfect. You don't even have to think about it. Just copy and paste.
Yep. So
Paste them.
hit me first, and then I got you.
I feel like we're diving in really fast this time. Normally we have kind of a nice long intro. We're kind of like flirting a little bit, and I feel like you're diving right in. Like
I'm just sitting here with my bracelet and hanging out.
Okay. All right. So first question.
We're gonna tell the bracelet story.
Never.
One of these Q&As is coming out.
Nope.
Maybe I'll do a shortcut on it. Check out our YouTube, because maybe I'll just do a shortcut on the bracelet.
The nice thing about being an admin on all these channels is I can just delete stuff.
I'll get in there and figure out a way. We'll make it happen.
Okay. All right. So the bracelet story.
We don't have to do it now. Whoa, I just teased it. We can't just like.
Hey, I'm just gonna say, at least you got a Christmas present.
I know that's true. We don't need that. That was mean.
Well,
we're live right now. I don't have time to process that. That was mean. Let me see where we're at right now.
At least you got one.
Well, it shipped from the other side of the world.
I know. Where's it coming from? Like Tajikistan or?
On the way, but running late is still the status. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's all I can tell you.
To be fair, I think you ordered that like 6 weeks ago. So.
Did you track it? Did that not work?
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, okay. So it's on you. All right, cool. Let's move on. What's the question?
Okay. So the first question I have for you, I actually got this. It was a couple weeks ago. I've saved this one because I think it's a good question. And it's kind of an obvious one, but I think there's the answer. Well, I'll just ask the question. The answer is obvious, but it's a little more than that. So, Can I do a dinner with my Social Security workshop?
Okay. So the short answer is sure. Right? Am I on point?
Yep, so far.
Okay. Done. What's the next question?
Okay.
So yes, and we have run them.
Yeah.
But for the most part, not needed, because it's educational and focused. That's kind of the beauty of Social Security. So people are always, Social Security and dinner seminars by far our top two last year, 100%, most popular. Dinners were always retirement planning, kind of holistic retirement planning approach. Mm-hmm. And then educational was always Social Security. And I think it's because of the way that it plays, right? With Social Security, you're educating on how to get more money, how to get more of that benefit. Right. So that's sort of an educational in nature. So that's why the library and the colleges appeal to that more. Mm-hmm. Whereas dinners, you're trying to get a high net worth individual. You're saying, look, I understand. I'm asking you for some time in return. I'm going to give you this dinner. I'm going to give you, what I do. and you're hoping that that transaction will kind of attract them, build that know, like, and trust, and you can build them into that retirement planning thing. So both ways lead to business if you run them right. I just think they just naturally appeal toward educational, Social Security versus retirement dinner. So if you run dinners and you love them and you want to change it up, kind of be, kind of spread out the love a little bit, you could run a Social Security dinner. I just don't think you need to necessarily.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I told him. You can. It's not gonna. Ultimately, you're gonna spend more money. Like you're not going to attract a better crowd necessarily. You're not going to convert at a higher rate necessarily. It's just you're going to end up spending more money. I think it's really the beauty of Social Security is that you don't have to do dinners. Now,
right.
Most of our advisors and clients do offer some light refreshments and snacks and things like that. Some even offer coffee and dessert or something like that.
Yeah.
At the workshop when they're doing Social Security, but it's never even really a point of the marketing because the message itself is powerful enough to attract the folks that we want at these workshops. So the message of a free dinner is unnecessary at this point. Now that may change. We may run into a point in the future where it's becoming more and more important to offer a dinner because of saturation issues and competition and whatnot. But it's not really necessary now. Certainly, you can do it if you want to. If that's your style, you can. I think that is the long-term answer. If that's your style, if you convert better from a dinner seminar and you do and you don't convert well from an educational seminar, yeah, sure, do it because we want you to be successful.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think just take it a step further. Think about the experience. When we're building out a program, it's all user experience. Facebook doesn't care about us. It doesn't care about, even though they make their money through marketers, they don't care about us, they care about the user. Because if the user goes away, platform goes away. So they're very user-centric, which is what you guys should be at your seminars too. If you're going to show up and you're not going to have any water or a snack or something like that, and you're just trying to rush it in, give them the info, get the appointments, get out, like people are going to pick up on that. So find out what works well for you, and then just think of experience. Think about what would you want if you were sitting that seminar. How would you want to be treated? What would you, would you like a water? Probably. So have some waters there. Just kind of use common sense on that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I ran across a joke the other day. I'm going to start this question with that joke.
Okay.
It better get a laugh because I laughed. So I don't know.
All right.
It's about
I'll fake it even if it's not funny.
All right. Cool. If you okay. All right. It says my son screeched, "Dad, you haven't listened to one word I've said, have you?" What a strange way to start a conversation with me, I thought. So, I mean,
what a strange way.
What a strange way to start a conversation. Oh, it's hilarious. But what that got me thinking is, me and you, like, outside of work, I mean, we're usually researching, we're learning, we're doing webinars, we're reading, whatever. So when I read that, immediately I'm thinking communication and marketing. Because if you, it's funny because people hear what they want to hear most of the time. And especially baby boomers because they're just kind of so cynical on stuff, right? So like if you say, do this strategy because it's guaranteed, even if it was like absolutely 100% guaranteed completely, they're gonna skepticize it. Like they're not gonna believe you. They're gonna put whatever. They're gonna start throwing politics into the comments and all that kind of stuff. So that got me thinking, like, how do we talk to baby boomers to make it more impactful? So my question for you is exactly that. How do you communicate with baby boomers, and why does Facebook work so well?
Man, that is.
I know it's a deep one.
That's a deep one. It's a loaded question.
Mm-hmm.
How do I communicate with baby boomers? Well, one of the ways I do it is I put myself, I kind of think of who I'm talking to from the perspective of is, has this person, gosh, I'm trying to articulate how this works. I act like I'm talking to my parents, quite frankly, because my parents are
Nice.
baby boomers. So the way I explain things in the ad copy, I kind of put myself in the position, okay, I'm talking to my parents, or I'm talking to Richie's parents, I'm talking to people that I've worked with in the business world that I know are of that age. I have to make the assumption that these people didn't grow up on computers necessarily. They've always, kind of sourced they've gotten credibility on the sourcing from news and media outlets and things of that nature. A lot of baby boomers are conservative when it comes to politics. You have to be careful about how you position certain things and certain topics. Others are not. So you kind of have to read the audience, so to speak. Specifically, we use Facebook because baby boomers are on Facebook. I don't know if that was part of your question there or not, you said something about how why do we use Facebook to target baby boomers? I mean, it's pretty simple. It's like the number one platform for baby boomers. They're not really on the other platforms nearly as much, but we try to hit some of the pain points when we're talking in the ad copy. We focus on things that we know are important to them. Spending time with their kids and their grandkids. That's one of the big talking points in our retirement planning marketing is, hey, we know that you care about spending time with your family. That's an important thing to you. So we want to make sure that you can live your best retirement and enjoy that time with your family. We hit on those pain points of Social Security. You've worked your whole life for this. Make sure you're getting the most for it, because baby boomers are nothing if not in love with their Social Security. And so we try to make sure that they understand that we're not saying it's going away. We're not trying to be doom and gloomers or scaring anybody or anything like that. But we say, hey, there are ways that you can get the most bang for your buck. Because I think, historically speaking, baby boomers tend to they're trying to get the most value that they can because they're savvy and they're trying to get the most money they can from Social Security in their retirement because they deserve it. Baby boomers are smart and they want to get what they've worked hard for.
So I'm a visual person, so we're going to throw it right on the screen, break it out into basically like a plus sign, put it right in the middle of us. I don't know if I'm usually on this side or this side of you.
I don't know.
Wherever, put it in the middle of us, Ethan. But you have on the top, this is kind of how I visualize it, really, really basic and simple whenever we're crafting a message to an audience. So we've got baby boomers in mind. Let's say we're just going to go 55 plus for this specific example. You have your future on the top, present on the bottom, and then you have fears and desires on this side and this side. And you could really kind of move that. You could stretch it to any corner of those things, and you're going to get people that are going to respond to that thing.
Right.
So really, like the most popular ones are probably like future and fear. Are you going to lose all your money? Are you going to have enough money to retire with? Right. Those are like future pacing with, oh my gosh, I don't have all the answers. So we could get an emotion, we could get an attraction with that. Another one might be like, future with desire instead of fear. You want to spend all the time with your grandkids, like you just said. You want to go on that trip. You want to buy that RV. You want to do that future pacing. What does my dream retirement look like? So when we're crafting our messages, it's really going to fall into one of those. You could have it be more negative in connotation. Maybe it's like it's election season coming up, right? So probably when election season comes close, we're going to start pulling on that a little bit because there's going to be people on either side. You're either going to trust, President Trump, or you're going to trust the next person trying to beat him out. Right. And so we can kind of appeal to that and do all that. So what it comes down to, and I think why Facebook works, obviously, is because baby boomers are there. You said that. Like, it's the most popular platform. They spend a ridiculous amount of time there. So it works. But then how do you appeal to them? How do you communicate with them? They're going to hear what they want to hear. That's what that joke illustrated.
Right.
Excuse me. But if we can appeal emotionally to them, and not just with numbers and statistics, guaranteed, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't matter. Like, whatever. You could Google that stuff. Appeal to the emotion, get the click, get them to the landing page, get them to convert, get them in the audience. So
yeah, and I think you nailed it. I mean, that's the emotional aspect of people's decision-making process is key, and that's why when we write our ad copy, there are some portions of our ad copy are designed to elicit that kind of like curiosity emotion. Some are designed to elicit that excitement, that happiness. Some are designed to elicit that fear, like that unknown, that uncertainty. And it's not, again, we're not trying to scare people into registering, but different people resonate with messages differently. Everybody's perception of that message resonates differently. So we have several variants of what we produce in terms of ad copy and the way we formulate things on our landing pages to attract the right audience and repel the audience that we don't want. So that's, I think it's incredibly important. It's a great question. I'm sorry. I feel like I didn't answer it terribly well at the beginning.
No, we could go 500 ways with that, and we could spend an entire video cast or whatever we call this on that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, good news is, as the viewer, you don't have to know any of that.
Right.
You don't even have to know how to spell the word Facebook to run what we run. And we're doing all that in the background. We're learning. We're evolving through the platform. So that's the good news.
And constantly studying our metrics, too. I mean, that's something we did. We kind of broke that down at the end of 2019.
The metrics right now.
I know. If you're not marketing with Facebook right now, this is early in 2020, if you're not capitalizing on what's happening, you need to be. This is
it's mega.
We ended 2019 with decent numbers, but with the holiday season, everything gets more expensive. Conversion rates drop. It's just always a little bit harder.
E-commerce season, it's tough.
Yeah, it's always harder. But man, 2020 has started off huge. It's been unbelievable. And I think it's it goes back to the emotional things. There's a lot of stuff happening on a geopolitical level. There's a lot of stuff happening in the stock market. There's a lot of things happening even just in the United States on a, with the election season coming, with impeachment pending and all this other stuff. All that stuff is causing people to have a lot of questions about their retirement, because ultimately people care about themselves, and I don't mean that like in a negative way, but people do care about what's going to happen to them and their future. So I think the time to strike is now. Right now, the advisors that we have running programs are absolutely making hay. The sun is shining and people are reaping the harvest right now.
Yeah.
If you're not marketing, if you're not marketing on Facebook right now, you're missing the boat.
Yeah.
It is just unreal right now.
Yep. Click a link somewhere around here. Click that link. Contact us, and we'll talk through the options.
Yep. Absolutely. Next question.
Okay.
You're gonna love this one. This one, we get this one actually a ton.
Okay.
Do you offer discounts?
I do love that question. Oh, I didn't throw my card.
You gotta throw your card.
All right. I messed up. I only have one. And I do have these sticky notes, but they're RA branded from my brother-in-law, but I don't want to throw those.
Don't throw those. Yeah, don't throw those.
Man, discounts. So I'm not going to tell the normal story. I always tell the Air Force, play your card story. I'm not going to do that. But we have priced our programs extremely competitively. I mean, we're not the highest. We're definitely not the lowest. But we've priced them competitively, where we know that we can go out and we can perform the way that we told you we're going to perform. The guarantee is included, all of that, of course. So it's very rare that we'll offer a discount. Sometimes with our larger groups, if it's a volume thing, we're going to get 100 campaigns a month from them. Obviously you can probably work something in, but if it's just a 1 or 2 campaign a month, probably not, because you're getting the best price. I mean, if you want us to discount it and then come back and get you 10 less RSVPs, I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Why would we discount something just to perform less? So we've got you at the right point. We've actually lowered prices this year on a couple of our programs. We keep things very competitive. We're not afraid to do that. We would rather see you come back month over month over month over month, and keep doing it. So part of that comes the relay program. I'm going to slap that logo on here somewhere, Ethan, but have it swoop across our side.
If you could, I don't know if you can match the speed of my hand, Ethan, but that'd be kind of cool if I'm holding it.
Just move your hand up and down. Let's really challenge him on this one. Yeah. So the relay is a carry forward program. It's not a discount.
Right.
It's absolutely not a discount. It's a carry forward from this program to the next if you order within a set number of days, which is nice. So you can take advantage of that.
I mean, you're all business people. Think about the fact you don't often offer. I certainly sometimes we do sales. During the end of the year, we did a promotion. It wasn't really a discount. We did a promotion to encourage people to do the right thing. Essentially, the only times we really offer those kinds of things, it's like, hey, we know that how at the end of year promo that we did, it was a pretty significant. It was 10% off, and that effectively came right out of our pocket. But the reason we did that was say, hey, don't forget that January is a great time to be marketing, January and February, and you need to be planning it now because venues get booked, other advisors come in and book things. So occasionally we'll have special offers that we do. The relay is probably my favorite thing because you're all business owners. You understand the idea of scalability and efficiency. If our team knows that you've got another order coming in, obviously that saves us time and energy and effort. And so we are able to carry forward some credit and basically save you some money on your next program. So, the short answer is, I mean, sometimes we offer discounts, but it's by
pretty
default,
rare.
no. Yeah, it's
And
not going to just happen.
you're all salesmen, so you stinking ask every single time.
You always ask for it. We have
Unless you have a
we get
promo.
that question a lot.
Yeah, unless we have a promo going or a mega volume discount, probably not. We've got you at the right spot.
Yep.
You said something there that leads into my next question pretty well. And what are we at? We're at, we've got like 5 minutes
19
left.
minutes. Yeah,
Okay.
5 minutes left.
You said something about markets. My question to you, I want to know it from both the RA perspective and the advisor's perspective.
Okay.
But this this particular advisor was concerned about competition in his market. So obviously I went on to tell him all of our programs are territory specific. We'll never put somebody else in there. So that was like covered. He knew that, but he was still concerned about all the other advisors that are still in his market. Even if they're running a different brand, different program, he's still competing with them. So we talked through some elements of competition. So from my question to you, and I want to chime in as well, is basically how do you feel about RA's competition? What does that mean for us as a business? And then on the advisors level, I mean, how would you, talk them through competition, and how do you spin that positively?
Yeah, I mean, I think the reality is no matter what business you're in, if the business model has the propensity to make money, you're going to have competition. I mean, there's no such thing as a true blue ocean in really any market. I think digital marketing, I think we're at an advantage as RA marketing in that there's not a lot of people that can do what we can do right now. But as time goes on, there will be more competitors for us. I mean, there are certainly some now that are strong, and we have friendly competition with them, but we like to think that we're better. I think you have to take that approach. You're always going to have competitors in your backyard, so you need to be constantly improving, constantly offering incredible value to your clients and to your prospects. And if you focus exclusively on your competitors, you're not focusing on your own business. You're not improving yourself. So,
Good point.
well, you don't have to worry about us, running the same program in your backyard with your competitor, because we're not going to do that. The reality is that if your competitor is a good business person, they're probably going to one of our competitors, or doing it on their own, or in some form or fashion. They are competing with you. So what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do about it except do your best job and make sure that you're working with people that are at the top of their game. And I think that's one of the reasons that we shine, and we go into a market that we know we've got competitors in, and we're still delivering fantastic results for our advisors. So yes, your competitors are marketing. Some of them may even be using digital marketing platforms with our competitors, or on their own. There's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing really that we can do about that. From our perspective, we're going to do everything we can to help you succeed, and we're certainly not going to put your competitors on top of you with our same exact program. So you don't have to worry about that from our, you don't have to worry about us double dipping there. But just focus on growing your own business and doing your best job and partnering with people like RA that do a great job of staying on the leading edge of marketing and making sure that we're adopting new technologies and new methods all the time and studying our metrics, because that's how we improve ourselves, and consequently how we improve you in the programs that we run for you.
Here's the thing, and this is how I told it to him as an advisor to advisors. This is how I told it to him as RA to RA's competitors, is competition breeds opportunity. Competition breeds opportunity. I mean, if we didn't have competitors, it's kind of boring almost. Like,
you get complacent.
Yeah, you get complacent, and it just gets boring. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
All right, it popped a little bit. So for me, like, I'll look at our competition. We have two main competitors, I'd say, in the space. And of course, we get advisors who have used them in the past and come over to us. I'm sure vice versa. But when I'm looking at those situations, it's like, okay, well, what did you not get over there? I mean, why are you searching for something? If it worked, you wouldn't be searching. So what are you searching for? And maybe it's like communication, or maybe it's like results or something like that. Well, then all I have to do is dive into our communication or results. I mean, it's like, I know where we can have some competitive advantage because there's competition. If there was no competition, how do I know what the competitive advantage is? So you're the exact same way as an advisor in your market. You're going to have other advisors. It doesn't matter. You can't change that. They're going to be in your market. So use that to your advantage. Host a better seminar than they do. Like, talk better than they do. Give a better presentation. Have better follow-up. Care more. Those things are going to make you stand out in your market way more than that other person. So at that point, competition doesn't hurt you. It helps you.
Yeah, I mean, the old cliche is, it's healthy competition, right? I mean,
right.
Resistance makes you stronger. If you're the smartest one in the room, you're in the wrong room, all this other stuff. I mean, all those things are cliches, but the reality is that they're accurate. If you're the only one marketing in your area, eventually you're going to get complacent, and then when somebody does come along and start competing with you, they're going to crush you, because they're going to be trying to do, they're going to be on the leading edge, and you've gotten complacent and rested on your coattails and your laurels for a long time. So I think competition is a good thing. Obviously, it sometimes drives up the cost of marketing programs when everybody's trying to do kind of the same thing. But I mean, that's just unfortunately sometimes that's the way business goes.
It's just the way it is. Yeah, it's stuff you can't control. Doesn't even matter. Just look at it positively.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're working with people that know what they're doing, it only benefits us to make sure that you perform. So if costs are going up, and we're always trying to find ways to get costs to go down and improve, because if we can get good results for you and make enough money to make it sustainable for us to run another program for you, you're going to come back to us and buy another program, and we're going to kind of keep that cycle going. You've heard us say it probably 50 times if you've watched our videos. We're in it for the long haul. We're in the long game, not the short game. We don't want to just grab your money and run. We want that first campaign doesn't really make us a ton of money. It's campaigns 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 all down the road. Those are the ones where we start being truly profitable when it comes from a time investment. So we only stand to benefit if we do a good job for you, and getting better than our competition and you being better than your competition is how we're going to do that.
Compete against the best too. Like that's what you want.
Absolutely.
Absolutely every time. We're killers,
if you look
man.
At the best athletes, if you look at the best athletes of all time, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, people like that, I guarantee you that they would all say the same thing. I would rather compete against somebody that is as good or better than me, or has the perceptions that they're as good or better than me, than somebody that I crush every time, because I want to get better myself, and I want to play at my highest level, and I want to compete at the top of the game. And if I'm the only one out there that can shoot a 3-pointer or dunk the ball or throw a touchdown, it's not really a whole lot of fun.
Nope. Mind over matter. Use that as motivation and just get after it.
Yep.
Dude, I didn't even have time to ask you the string of questions, so I'll save that for next time. But we're pretty much at the max here.
Yeah, I think so. We're at 26 minutes long. One of our longer Q&As. We had some deep questions there.
I know. Maybe we trim it down to one and we start going live and just talk about one, just jam about one of those things and start rapping. But appreciate you guys. Go to our website, goradigital.com. There's a contact page. Schedule your own appointment with us. Give us a call directly. Email us. Go to our YouTube channel and freaking subscribe to that thing.
Yeah, we mentioned it in our last Q&A, but I think we're going to have to... that discounts question was planted as a seed for... if you can prove that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, we might be able to offer you a little discount.
Whoa.
Don't knock over your camera.
I tried to destroy it.
Yeah. So give us if you're watching this, if you got to this point in this video and you subscribe to our YouTube channel, give me a call. I'll probably give you a discount.
Andrew, not Richy, because I don't like those.
If you made it this far, if you made it 27 minutes into this video and you can prove to me that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, give me a call.
He gives the wink. Like,
I got you.
All right. Q&A.
We'll see you in a week.
Guys.
Take care.
All right.